Hello, everyone. This is CoStar News Hotels Editorial Director Stephanie Ricca. This episode of the podcast was recorded live at the Hunter Conference in Atlanta. Visit us at costar.com/hotel news for the video version of this podcast, along with all of our Hunter Conference coverage.
Natalie here with Stephanie with CoStar News Hotels, and we are recapping day 2 of the Hunter Conference here in Atlanta. And coming into today, I really wanted to have some facts around the optimism. I know that was kind of our headline yesterday. You know, people are still very optimistic, but I wanted the facts.
Yes.
And Jan Freitag with CoStar did give me that a little bit. I know the data coming out about February for demand was the best February ever. And so I think that's something hoteliers can finally point to. Now, not everything was super positive, so I still have some other takeaways that maybe are just a little bit more disappointing. So the transaction, more realistic. Okay, yes, more realistic. The transaction volume for this year, you know, I think everyone expected it to kick way up. And you know, some of my interviews this morning, that's not happening. It's definitely improved, but not at the pace that people were expecting. And at this point, it's not looking like it's going to reach that pace, at least in terms of transaction activity. The World Cup, don't expect it to save your year. It won't. So it will help push demand. It will, you know, put some room nights on the board, but it's not going to save anyone's year. Don't expect it to. And then lastly, you know, everyone has their eyes on the margins and that bottom line. And so this is just the new normal. So don't expect that to change as well.
I think that's still optimistic. Realistic.
Okay.
Realistic
yeah.
is the good word. And today I went to a lot of the panels. You know, the big ones here at the Hunter Conference are Wall Street Talks and Main Street Talks. And what a difference. So the Wall Street investors are doing what Wall Street investors do, right? They test the market. They say, oh no, I don't know if we want to get in there, right? You see some of the bigs coming back in, the Blackstones of the world, but they're also very focused on whatever real estate asset class can give them the best returns for their short hold time relatively. And right now that's still data centers, but they're dipping their toes back into hotel transactions. Meanwhile, the Main Street hotel investors, I think a lot of the kind of hotel owners that you talked to today as well they're the optimistic ones. You know, they are definitely, make no mistake, they are worried about the middle of the P&L, profitability, costs going up, but they also know that it's their money in the deal. And I think the word that some of the speakers on that Main Street panel kept using was entrepreneurial. They said, we've got to be entrepreneurial about our business. We've got to take calculated risk because if not now, when?
Yeah.
So, if not now, when?
If not now, when? Well, we've got tons of coverage coming from this conference coming up, so you can find it all on costar.com/hotel news. And we've got, you know, just to wrap up the conference here in Atlanta.
Yes, you'll find all of the information and coverage of the conference, as well as our everyday headlines.
Yes, lots of podcasts too.
I'm Terence Baker, News Editor, Europe, Middle East and Africa, and I'm the host of The Upgrade, a CoStar News Hotels podcast for the EMEA region. In it, I discuss with special guests the pressures, challenges, joys and exhilaration that comes with managing, owning and developing hotels in our glorious multifaceted industry. Discovering the EMEA region from the scenic northern shores of Norway to the heights of Table Mountain in South Africa, and most likely some chat about birdwatching, distance running and the English Premiership. Join us wherever you find your podcasts, on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify and on other platforms.
This episode of the CoStar News Hotels podcast was recorded on March 17 and filmed by Meredith Sheridan. It was edited for audio by Natalie Harms. Visit us at costar.com/hotel news for all your daily industry news and find our podcasts on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you like to listen.